Picture an apartment belonging to someone earning $95,000 a year. Inside, there's a $4,000 leather sectional, a 75-inch television, and closets overflowing with clothes that still have the tags attached. But when this person checks their bank account, their stomach drops. They are exactly 2 missed paychecks away from a total financial crisis. Right down the street is a second apartment. The person living here makes $52,000 a year. Their space is open, the couch is modest, the closet holds clothes that actually get worn, and the spare room is an actual bedroom instead of a storage unit. When this person checks their bank account, they feel calm. They have 18 months of living expenses saved up, and they invest 20% of every single paycheck. They live in the exact same neighborhood, yet the person earning almost half as much possesses 10 times the actual financial security. The deciding factor here is a hidden relationship between physical possessions and money that most high earners completely misunderstand. The trap comes down to one absolute rule of minimalist finance. Everything you own costs you money twice. The purchase price on the receipt is only the entry fee. People earning good incomes rarely go broke from gambling or expensive addictions. Instead, they gradually accumulate a lifestyle of physical objects that silently require every single dollar they earn to maintain. The second cost of any item starts with real estate. That treadmill you bought takes up about 20 square feet of your home. In an urban area, you are paying roughly $600 to $1,000 a year in implicit rent just to store exercise equipment. Add in the annual mechanical maintenance, cleaning, and insurance required to keep things like boats or extra vehicles functional, and you are bleeding thousands of dollars annually for items you rarely touch. Then there's the psychological toll. Every item you own occupies a slice of your mental bandwidth. Researchers have found that visual clutter directly increases cortisol levels and drastically reduces your brain's ability to focus. Your physical possessions are stressing you out in ways you cannot consciously perceive. This chart shows the harsh reality of opportunity cost. We see 2 trajectories, one where $15,000 is locked up in home gym equipment, which flatlines at $15,000 and eventually depreciates. The second line shows that exact same amount invested in an index fund, where it compounds over 15 years to $50,000 or more. Every dollar locked into a physical object is a dollar actively stolen from your future financial freedom. And that single purchase often spawns an entire ecosystem of mandatory expenses. This is the lifestyle multiplier effect. Buying a boat forces you to buy a trailer, a hitch, storage fees, winterization supplies, and insurance. A $5,000 purchase routinely triggers an additional $3,000 to $7,000 in supporting costs. Possessions are rarely static assets. They are active, hungry liabilities. They require continuous feeding, actively siphoning resources away from your savings and investments for as long as you own them. This diagram breaks down cost per use, the only honest measure of value. If you buy a $200 jacket and wear it twice, that costs $100 per wear. But a $400 jacket worn 200 times costs exactly $2 per wear. The more expensive jacket is the far cheaper purchase. You can stress test the item you already own with the replacement test. Look around your house and ask yourself, if this specific item disappeared today, would I actually spend cash to replace it? If the answer is no, that item exists in your life through inertia, draining your space and mental energy while providing zero benefit. For new interests, test your enthusiasm by renting or borrowing first. If you want to try camping, rent the gear. Many hobbies fade quickly after the initial exploration. Discovering you've lost interest while renting saves you from turning your garage into a dusty museum of abandoned hobbies. To maintain this clarity long-term, you need cyclical decluttering. Massive, exhaustive annual purges feel productive in the moment, but the stuff always creeps back.
Removing just 3 items a week or quickly evaluating one category of items each month catches accumulation early before it rebuilds to an overwhelming level. Applying strict mathematical formulas to the things you buy cuts completely through marketing, emotion, and social pressure. It strips away impulse and forces you to see what actually improves your daily life rather than what merely feels appealing for a few minutes in a store. There is a constant wealth-destroying pattern among people earning good incomes, the upgrade trap. They replace perfectly functional phones, cars, and furniture simply because they're bored or because a slightly newer model exists.
Replacing a perfectly operational smartphone every 2 years costs between $30,000 and $50,000 in unnecessary purchases over a few decades. Applied across all categories of your life, the lifetime waste of upgrading out of boredom easily exceeds $200,000. Relying on willpower to resist these upgrades is useless against targeted marketing. Human behavior consistently follows the path of least resistance. If spending is easy and saving is difficult, you will spend. You have to engineer friction into your environment. Delete shopping from your phone, remove saved credit card numbers from websites, and mandate a 24-hour waiting period for any non-essential purchase. Conversely, make saving effortless by setting up automatic transfers to your investment accounts the moment your paycheck clears. Minimalists don't possess superior self-control. They simply build bulletproof environmental systems that make bad financial decisions physically difficult to execute, ensuring that smart decisions happen automatically. High earners consistently fall into a fatal trap. They never define what enough looks like. As their income increases, their lifestyle upgrades to match it. The new lifestyle normalizes, forcing them to chase another raise just to feel progress, keeping them completely broke at $300,000 a year. Deciding in advance exactly what level of material comfort satisfies you creates a hard finish line. Once you define enough at, say, $60,000 of spending,
any subsequent leap in income flows entirely towards your financial freedom instead of a newer car or a bigger house. This shifts the entire goalpost of success. The conventional world measures wealth by visible accumulation. Minimalists measure wealth strictly by optionality. Optionality is the ability to walk away from a job that is destroying your mental health. It is the power to take 6 months off for a family emergency or to start a business without guaranteed income. You cannot fund a major life pivot with equity locked up in an oversized house or a luxury vehicle you don't need. Building a robust liquid savings account permanently changes your psychological relationship with stuff. Compulsive spending usually stems from trying to fill an emotional void created by financial insecurity. Address that insecurity with actual cash in the bank, and the urge to accumulate physical status symbols dissolves on its own. True wealth is the absolute freedom to choose the direction of your life. Everyone, regardless of their current income, faces the exact same ultimatum: